And we're live.
So what's a reasonable answer for how big an animal somebody could kill in a ring?
It depends on the animal.
Certainly a deer. I like the big herbivores. Cows are heavy, and I feel like they're easy pickings.
You're so wrong. I've seen a cow attack a grown man before. He was pinned into a corner and just screaming for his life. We had to reach in and pull him out.
Did he try grappling it?
No.
There was no grappling it. Like, you guys are underestimating the speed.
Cows are so strong.
The speed and ferocity of these animals, like, and the distances that they cover, like as they're ramming their head into you. Like, their head is hitting you, and then it's 3 feet away, and then it's hitting you again because that's their reach. Like, that's how much bigger they are.
I have done this with a cow. Someone said they would pay me $100 if I could ride a cow. We were in a field, big fenced field, and I couldn't even smack the cow. Like, you can't catch it. A human can't catch it. Maybe if you're a marathon runner, you could chase it down and tire it out or something. But like,
at the end of the day,
for you guys, let me see, if a middle schooler can knock it over, I don't respect that animal.
Middle schools can't knock it over. Cow tipping is a made up thing. It's like
it happens.
No,
that's something
it doesn't
cool people.
Wait, can I have this one?
An ass of themselves.
Here, let me explain cow tipping to you, Danny.
I know a kid who said he tipped over a cow.
You know a liar.
Wait, please let me have the floor. Cow tipping is a prank that country kids play on city kids. They drive them out to the field and then they leave them there. And as my proof, it's hard to prove a thing didn't happen, but I challenge you, find a YouTube video of someone tipping over a cow.
They don't sleep standing up.
Yeah,
I'll fuck up a cow.
And you know what, like,
okay, I'm with you there. I like Danny against a cow, but
you're probably imagining this, like somebody running through a field and then like, oh, they couldn't quite tip the cow over. It's like, no, the cow isn't retarded, and it's way faster than that person sneaking up on them. Like, you're not only are you going to not be strong enough to tip a cow, you're not going to catch it unless it wants you to catch
I would do this thing where, like, so if I looked at the cow, it would consider me a much greater threat and have a higher level of awareness. So I'd like walk by the cow, not paying attention to it, and then zip over at it. The cow was not like
they run 35 miles an hour,
and it has nothing to get distracted
good for
by.
like 14.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like talking to yourself,
at
like
20.
I'm telling you, dude, one kick in the udders, these black and white fuckers will buckle. That's all it'll take.
Here's another thing.
Spills
Cows
everywhere.
Don't feel pain
That thing's on the PKA creamer.
I saw a cow get one of her teats ripped off one time, and she didn't even flinch.
Yeah, they really.
I've seen them beat. I've seen them attack grown men, and the men were going to die if they weren't saved. I've seen it.
If you were to tape a football to the back of a cow and tell it somehow it comprehended, you're on the 50-yard line. Yeah. There's the whoever the best defense in the NFL is. There's the fucking Falcons. I don't know. Here's the Colts defense.
Not the Falcons. I promise you.
The Colts are not stopping that cow.
No,
they're not. And if they do stop it by just a huge mass of people trying to all work together, you're going to have a half dozen not injured, like life-threatening injuries from hooves puncturing them.
Imagine if you put pads and a helmet on the cow too, because
oh yes, obviously,
because that's only fair. Like you fucking cleats. You got some cleats on that fucking cow, a fucking Vikings jersey, and turn Bessie loose.
It would score a touchdown.
Every drive.
Yeah, every drive.
9 out of 10, 100 out of 100 times, Bessie will score a fucking TD. She'd go for the 2-point conversion too. We're not kicking with Bessie on the field. She's the best fullback of all time.
She would not dare. If Aaron Donald got his hands on a dairy cow, he could throw that thing 20 yards. If you put me on a football field with a pair of 16-ounce gloves,
16-ounce gloves? You want gloves now?
I would break my hands on that stupid cow's skull if I didn't have it.
You can have a baseball bat if I'm the bet and I'm the one placing the bet. It's not gonna fucking matter.
Wait,
a 16-ounce gloves?
A baseball
you're gonna hit that cow head with that aluminum bat, and it's gonna give you that vibrating thing.
Dude, I punched a cow in the head once. It was like I don't know. I was 16. I punched a cow in the head. It was like locked up in a trailer, like it couldn't get away. Obviously, I didn't like. Come on, you but I fucking pow, like punched it like in the top of the head, like between the eyes, but up a little bit higher. It was like hitting a tree, but harder. Like, you know how if you hit a tree, like it doesn't move at all.
Yeah.
Like Like it was like hitting like a thick, hard tree. There was no give. The cow didn't notice.
Yeah.
And it hurt me so much. The other animal, like we were blowing up pigs one day, and so we had these pig carcasses in the back of my truck. Woody makes a face like that's odd.
No,
Whoa,
you didn't say they were dead pigs. You just said you were blowing up pigs.
Well, since you think blowing up live pigs is so insane, I'll tell you that story right after this one. So we're blowing up these dead pigs we had bought from these Amish people. They were like, "Oh, you guys are having like cooking them in the ground, eh? The old-fashioned way, right?" And like they were guessing we're doing that, you know, cook a pig in the ground, like country thing where they sort of bury a pig in coals and they slow cook it for hours, and it's very good. I'm told. I had no idea, and I was just like, no, we're blowing them up with explosives. And the look of disgust on this Amish man's face as we left his like general store was just palpable. You could feel the disgust in the air. It was palpable.
But he needed the money for those pigs.
They took our English money anyway. But I punched one of those like in the ribs. Also no give, hurt real bad. Twisted my wrist a little. I couldn't keep my wrist straight because he's in the back of a fucking pickup truck and I'm having to like come down. Hurt so much. But we
tweaked your wrist punching a dead pig.
Yes. Not much.
He was only 26 at this time.
Yeah. This is why I'm so sure that when you guys talk about fighting animals, I'm just like, bullshit, man. You ever try to fight a dead one? It's hard.
Or like, have you like, you know, I remember just being a kid because my parents like had a bunch of cattle on their farm in southern Missouri, and like you'd go there and like pet the top of their head, and you just feel how broad and flat and hard that skull bone is, even on just the female cows. And you're just like, this would fuck me up in a headbutt contest.
Danny,
Easily.
if you ever look, I think it'd be a great video if you like went to a rodeo and did some stuff, you know, maybe ride a bull.
That's a good
maybe
idea.
they have, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they have this thing where these guys sit at a poker table.
Yeah.
In the arena, and then they turn a bull loose into the arena, and the last person sitting at the poker table wins like a decent amount of money. But it's terrifying because the bull hates you. It's got this rope tied on its dick, like squeezing its dick against its body. It's very uncomfortable for it, and it's coming out full of rage. And as soon as it sees people sitting playing cards nonchalantly, he just figures they tied the rope, I guess. So he comes right fucking for him. And last man sitting, like I said, wins the money. Go for it. Go
Do it.
for
That's
it.
a great video. For
I want you to listen to me real carefully right now.
I'm listening.
If I'm playing cards with 3 other rodeo clowns and they release a big bull into the arena, I'm putting my hand down, folding it, getting up, walking right over to that bull and punching it in the throat.
I thought you were going the other way for a second. I thought you were whipping like fold, I'm out. No,
I would punch that bull in the throat, wrestle it down, as they say, by the horns, and have my way with it sexually. There's nothing any of these animals can do to dominate.
I think a goat could beat you up.
I'm so insulted right now.
Like a billy goat. I just think you people are so underestimating how strong the average animal is.
This is what happens. They say, oh, okay, this animal's only 45 pounds, but it's a good 45 pounds. Danny, what are you? Are you 200? Maybe you're 6'3".
I'm 175 pounds, very limber. My cardio is frankly fantastic. Okay, goats, you guys are big on diet and clearly supplements. Goats they eat literal shit and garbage.
Yeah.
They are so malnourished.
They eat exactly what goats are supposed to eat.
The goats are supposed to eat fences and siding off of homes?
That's a fucking cartoon stereotype. That doesn't happen.
No. I had a friend in middle school who went over to these goats that lived next to the middle school, and he fed one a holy Bible that had just been passed out in front of the school. I've seen a goat eat a Bible. Dude,
hang on. I want that on a shirt. I've seen a goat eat a Bible.
Absolutely.
Here,
the kid got in a lot of trouble for it.
That's the most random thing I've heard this year.
Go to 4 minutes and 20 seconds in this cowboy pinball.
I'll check it out.
This is my favorite arena.
420, bros.
By the way.
So
428
and 20 seconds. And
all right,
then
420. I'm there.
420. Tell me when you guys are good. There's probably
ready to go
throughout the video, but this is a good one.
Ready, set, play. All right. So we've got people standing in circles.
There's a woman out there.
Is that it? Is we supposed to see that? What the? Oh, he keeps flipping. He just keeps going. Oh boy. That guy's hurt. And I'm not sure that's
dragging that man's corpse.
I love the way they remove him too.
Well,
Time out. Yeah, the bull's gonna fucking abide by that. Time out.
The guy in the middle of the ring who looks fearless, that would be me. The guy who's just got his arms folded.
Look at this woman in blue who's just thanking her lucky stars that she's still alive.
The bull didn't pay attention to her. I like that Danny, upon seeing a bull take a man and flip it 6 feet in the air so he can't walk anymore, he's like, I'd be the badass in the middle.
I would have dodged. Watching it the way like kids watch action movies, like, no, I would have been so fast with the sword, but I would have used 2 swords and not a sword and a shield because I'm too quick. But
there is a balance here, right? Like, there's not a bird on the planet that could beat Danny.
Dude, this bull sucks.
I
would punch that thing
at least 3
to make an example of it.
Look,
I would handle that bull like Israel Adesanya handled Costa.
There are ways which you could fight animals. We will promote the shit out of it. If you ever decide to fight an animal, we will talk about it for weeks. If you can arrange some sort of a rodeo situation where they will allow you to fight, like I would like to see a whole food chain of events, like where maybe you start with a goat, because when the goat beats you up, you're not going to be so likely to go to the bronc or the bull, or maybe just a big cat at first or something, because like. Animals are hard, man. They're animals.
I will metaphorically, I'll pull a fucking horse's wife beater up over its head and then start slugging it in the ribs until it folds. Dude.
Is horse code for a race of people? Am I? Is that a euphemism I'm not aware of?